Hello. First of all, I would like to say thank you to our teacher Gustavo because that has been a really interesting subject to take, and he is very good at this. Now I would like to tell you that you have just seen is one of the consequences that can be seen just by smoking cigarettes. So, did you know that smoking has become that one of the ways that people must use to just to get relaxed? Because they doesn't care or maybe they doesn't know, just they are killing themselves. A cigarette has more than 4,000 harmful substances that just kill ourselves. They are such as nicotine, cleadine, just many substances that just kill ourselves. According to Tobacco Free Kids, more than 400,000 people die a year just by smoking cigarettes, and more than 50,000 persons die just by being a second hand cigar smokers. So somebody that is close to someone that is smoking. That's a very big, very, very big quantity. And that's something I'm really related to because, well, my father has been an active smoker for almost 10 years ago. So, my name is Ricardo Lopez, and today I'll be talking to you about three different topics related to smoking. First, I will talk to you about what are the specific problems about smoking. Then I will talk to you about what are the possible causes of smoking, and then I will talk to you about what are the possible solutions to this problem that we are having because it's a very very big problem. It's a very big problem. They are causing very big health problems to everyone that is using those substances. First, I will talk about the problems in the lungs. In the lungs, according to sciolo.conic.cl, people who smoke are triple the probability of having a pulmonary emphysema. A pulmonary emphysema is a lung condition where they shortness the breath. People with that illness has the sacs in the lungs damaged. And second, we have a problem in the heart. People, according to wikipedia.com, people who smoke are very they have a very big probability of having a myocardial infarction, which is when a blood clot blocks the blood supply to the heart. Without blood, the tissues doesn't receive oxygen and they die. And in third position, we have a problem in the bladder, which is a bladder cancer. According to cancer.org, people who smoke double the probability of having a bladder cancer, which is when the bladder cells start growing up without control. And when the cancer cells start growing up without control, they can become a tumor. And when they become a tumor, it could reach to any part of our body. It is a lot dangerous. Now that we have already talked about what the specific problems can be, let's talk about some of the reasons, of the causes. In the number one, we have smokers around, because most of the people that are active smokers, they say that they started when they were teenagers, and when you are a teenager, people that is around you is very important. When a teenager has around parents or friends that are smokers, they have more probability to become a smoker than the ones that doesn't have any people smoking around. Also, teenagers says that they started smoking just because they thought it was something very cool and they wanted to try. And in the point two, we have advertisement, because tobacco industry spends more than $1 billion a year just to have a very good advertisement where tobacco seems to be not dangerous. So that's something that is a big lie, because it is really really dangerous for us. Also, with the advertisements, teenagers said that when they see someone in a movie smoking, they are more probably to become smokers. I mean, because we see at the movies that people is smoking as something normal, and it is not. It is something very dangerous for us. Well, now that we have seen some of the causes about smoking, some of the reasons that why people start smoking, let's talk about some of the solutions. The solutions, we will start with the obviously one, which is stop smoking. We know stop smoking is something that is not easy, but stopping smoking will help to not having a diabetes, to not having an infraction, because we have to look after our health. And did you know that people who doesn't smoke has at least 10 years more of life expectancy than a person who is an active smoker? That's a lot of time. 10 years is really, really big time. But well, and the second point, we have to decrease their use. Just by decreasing the use of tobacco, we will start with our breath. Our breath will be better because our lungs will be healthier. Also, your sense and your smell will be as it should be. You will smell and you will feel the flavors better as you should do it. Also, your fingers and your fingernails will reach the normal color and not that yellow color that has cigarette filters, because just by having a lot of cigarettes in your hands you take that color in your fingers. Also, your stained teeth will become white again because it becomes yellow with the time just by being smoking a long time. And also, we people who are an active smokers that spend only in one box of cigarettes a day, they spend about $2,000 a year. It means that in 10 years it will be $20,000. It's a lot of money. You could get a car. So that's another way that we could see it. I mean, by saving money, you can save money just by no smoking. So how the solution works? It works, we could say that it works just if the person wants this to work, because we can say that it has to be a decision taken by the person that is smoking. That's really important to be known, because that is not something that will happen just by magic. It will happen if we decide this to happen. So we have seen today what are specifically the problems, we have seen what are the reasons of those problems, and we have seen some of the solutions that we could take. I mean, I know smoking a cigarette has become a really, really normal way just to be relaxed, because people just doesn't care about they are killing themselves. But today, I want to tell you that there is a lot of things we could be focused in. I mean, it doesn't have to be just smoking or doing something that damages ourselves. Let's find another way to be focused, and another one that doesn't be dangerous for us, because for me, people should be more aware about those 4,000 substances that cigarette has and what are killing ourselves. And if we are aware about this, maybe we will stop doing this. And that's why I want to call you to do this. Again, I want to thank everyone to just because you have heard me. And again, teacher, I'm really thankful to you. Have a nice